Welcome to South St. Paul City Hall and the Monday, June 14th, 2021 meeting of the South St. Paul School Board. Dr. Webb, could you please take the roll?
I sure will. Inspector Aaron?
Here.
Inspector Felton?
Here.
Inspector Diaz?
Here.
Inspector Weber?
Here.
Inspector Laliberte?
Here.
Inspector Walker?
Here.
Inspector Rush is absent tonight, so it's 6 yeas.
Thank you. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Well, again, welcome and thank you for attending or watching us on TV. We're going to start the meeting off with our approval of the meeting agenda and the minutes from previous meetings. That's the school board meeting agenda for tonight, June 14th, and the minutes from the Committee of the Whole meeting and the school board meeting from May 24th, the Finance Committee meeting on June 3rd, and the Policy Committee meeting on May 3rd. Do I have a motion for those to be approved?
So moved.
Thank you. And a second?
Second.
Any discussion? If not, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay? Then the motion passes and the meeting agenda and minutes are approved. We'll start off tonight. We're going to skip right to the reports section of the agenda and ask Dr. Webb to come up and give us an update on the Central Square Community Center. Dr. Webb.
Thank you, Chair Walker. We have just a number of updates for you regarding Central Square and the leadership by our community ed department at Central Square beginning in July 1st. So just over the past 6 months, we've been in deep conversation with our city partners. We agreed right at the start that we wanted to maintain a strong senior programming. And we wanted to make sure that that was a cornerstone of what moved forward at Central Square. We also know that we want to make sure that we support all the great activities that are happening at Central Square and all the swimming and gymnastics and the like. We need to make sure that that cornerstone stays in place as well. And then one cornerstone that really hadn't gotten much attention over the past several years was we need to be fiscally responsible. And we really need to try to get back to a balanced budget, because we've been running a significant deficit at Central Square for a number of years. So tonight I'd like to just share with you kind of our plans and updates as we make this transition and celebrate a number of really good things that are happening on that road for Central Square. So I'm going to get in display mode here. So let me get this done. Give me one more second. Make sure I'm in display before. There we go.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Lisa. There.
There it is.
And then cancel this.
The definition of pressure, isn't it?
And you really appreciate like how everything Lisa does is like right on,
Yeah.
you know,
There we go.
perfect. You can do it.
And Mark in the booth, I'm going to try to display here. So there we go.
Yay,
There we go.
That's beautiful.
nice job.
That's better. So our Central Square update for tonight is as follows. So we've been planning a number of short-term goals, like what's going to happen this summer at Central Square. And then we have some kind of mid and long-term goals as well. And we'd like to just update you on all of our steps. So our goal initially, again, was to partner with our community to make Central Square a great place to come to celebrate, learn, grow, and socialize. We've been meeting at all these different steps along the way to make sure that when we reopen Central Square, we do it in a first-class way. We know that as we transition July 1 we're going to do a number of building upgrades at the site. So whether it's new countertops and flooring and the like, it's going to take us about, we assume, about 12 days to get in there, go in quick. We have our plans kind of all laid out, but we plan to be closed from about the 1st to the 12th of July. We are still going to have programming during that time. So one gift of the pandemic was all the online fitness classes. We're going to continue to roll those forward even during this 12-day closure. When September hits, our full catalog comes into effect of all of our community ed programming. So you're going to see a wide variety of classes, and I'm going to highlight a few of those in the slides that are coming up. But you're going to see our detailed program brochure and more offerings, community ed offerings, than you've seen in years. We'll have a central square. It will have its own website where our community will go to as a landing page for updates and information. And again, that allows for citywide advertising as well. Here's a nice shot inside the pool area at Central Square. I had a friend that was an acquaintance that I knew in high school stop me as I was walking into Central Square last Friday morning, and he came out of lap swim at 6 in the morning, and he said, "This is like a hidden gem. We drive in here to South St. Paul and pay a fee to swim early because it's just a great lap swim pool." So, kid that I sat and played trumpet with back in high school, back in the dark ages, came out and said, "Yeah, we drive in just for the pool, and what a great feature that is." We also know senior programming will continue to ramp up. Like I said, lap swim, the water exercise classes will continue to be not only sponsored with South St. Paul, we partner now with the Tri-District of in River Grove Heights and West St. Paul in community ed as well. So we'll have our adult fitness classes. We'll have our, what was senior classes are now called 55 plus fitness classes. That's the term in community ed lingo. And we'll continue to have our core fitness supports for our community in place for Central Square. We also know, new this fall, like I said, in September, our full catalog goes into effect. So you're going to see all these adult enrichment opportunities. The health, wellness, safety, fitness, culinary arts, creative arts, our hobbies, dance, and home classes coming into Central Square. You're going to see more youth enrichment opportunities as well with after-school activities, youth enrichment, ACT prep, driver's ed, babysitting training. We want it to be a hub for all things happening in the community. Long-term planning. We know that we want to be the best community center possible, and we have to be financially viable. The way to do that is to offer better and better programming. That's our goal for our community. We're undergoing a facility study currently at the site. We hope to also dovetail that into a district-wide facility study before too long and continue to roll that forward. So just a taste of a couple of those things that I wanted to share with you tonight about what's happening behind the scenes at Central Square. We have, let me go back to the program. Mark, if you can trade back again. As we transition at the beginning of July, where the school district is going to step up and lead, we want to make sure that we're answering your questions. We're going to continue to try to be on site with our staff more and more over the next few weeks. You know we're going to be doing physical site upgrades those first 12 days of July. And then we'll expand programming, swimming opportunities, the dance, gymnastics opportunities, and then our full catalog goes into effect in September. So lots of really good happening at Central Square. We know we're still coming out of the pandemic. We know there's still fear about the pandemic in our community. It's going to take time to kind of unthaw that fear of being at home for the last 15 months. And as people start to feel more and more comfortable, it's going to match well with our programming that we will be ramping up at the same time. So I'm going to quiet down to see if you have any questions about Central Square.
Thank you. Any questions or comments about the presentation?
Just that I'm really excited for, to see what it's going to look like
Mm-hmm.
in July, and excited to get back into the pool.
Thanks. Yeah, and we, like I said, our long-term planning team is brainstorming a number of options for what else could be at Central Square that we really haven't seen there yet. So that list is fun to see as people bring in new ideas, whether it's directors of facilities or finance or community ed. So more to come. Okay?
Very good. Yeah, anytime something is new and fresh, it's exciting to see it rolled out, so we're looking
Yeah.
forward to it.
Absolutely. I just would love to see it just be this hub of energy, you know, and that people just coming and going and, you know,
So I'll just
be
give
great
an
for the
example,
community.
Like coffee shop, and really upgrading a coffee shop there for seniors.
Yeah.
To make sure that they have a best kind of reason to gather about, hey, that early morning cup of coffee, connecting with their friends and other residents here in the community.
yeah.
And can we do some exercise and fitness or lap swim or whatever it is as well. So just one kind of inside baseball
Sure.
idea. Okay.
Well,
Perfect.
you know, Dave, my experience of seniors going to fitness centers is pretty extensive. And I've noticed that the silver sneakers and the silver whatever else they call it programs are incentives for people to go because it doesn't cost them anything. And I would like to see us have an incentive for people to go swipe their card and maybe after 5 or 10 swipes, have that cup of coffee for free. And that way we will get people like me who drive by there. All I have to do is walk in and swipe my card. I don't have to stay. I don't have to work out. And I think it will increase the membership. If we're silver sneaker friendly, we will increase our membership much quicker than we will by just being there. You know, that they're giving them that incentive. And I think the coffee shop is a really, really good idea. And I think it could be incorporated into some type of education through the high school too.
Right? So, and you could take a look at a place like a Black Sheep and not be a competitor, but a partner, and support a local business in town, and draw seniors and create win-wins. So we're looking for win-win-wins. So thanks, Bill.
Very good.
Anything else?
Anything else? If not, thank you very much for that. We're looking forward to it. Next in the reports is our highlights from the public listening sessions. There weren't any in the last 3 weeks, so nothing to report there. I do want to remind everyone that there's several ways that they can access the board. We have in-person listening sessions before each of the first meetings of the month. So it's out on it's the second Monday of the month before the meeting. The schedule's out on the school website. Also, there's a way to submit a question or a comment to the school board on the website, and of course, you can always pick up the phone or send an email. So many ways to access us. We'd love to hear from you if you have anything that you'd like to talk with us about. Just let us know. And then the last report is, again, Superintendent Webb providing highlights from around the district.
Great. All right. Way to go, Mark, in the booth. So we are just at the very first day of our summer programming. Today, our summer school teachers showed up to begin summer programming tomorrow for our kids. So we just ended Friday. We took the weekend off, and we started today with teacher planning for implementation of our summer programs beginning tomorrow. And we have different calendars for every level. So we have, like at our elementary, we have 3 two-week sessions happening, and we have 150 kids just at our middle school that are signed up for summer programming. And they made it fun and cool and engaging. So If you're a parent that has a child that's still not signed up for summer programming, it's still not too late to call the office and get your kid engaged. So, and I know that there are kids that just need a break too, so it's not a pressure play to say you have to have your kid in summer programs, but our teachers are great, and they want to have a lot of learning and a lot of fun too. So if you think it might be too late, it's not. And we kept our staffing window open, as we discussed earlier, to make sure that if we have more students, we can hire more staff. We'll meet the need of our students, okay? So, our superintendent update for tonight. Our first slide is all about summer meals. Our summer meals program is rolling forward. It'll be Tuesdays and Thursdays, June 22nd through August 19th. We have a distribution at the secondary from 11 to 1 p.m. and 3:30 to 5:30 p.m., which is really convenient for families that work. So just a shout out to our food service to be good listeners, get the feedback, to adjust hours. That's not the typical convenient hours of a food service daytime worker. So that's good for families and a challenge to staff, and I give food service a big kudos there. Transportation. So we know that the transportation is starting to roll out to you as family members. The passes for next fall will arrive in August. And just if you have a transportation question, don't hesitate to give our office a call, and we can talk you through how our system works and all the bus stops and all the like. Lori Schubot was recognized as our Silver Apple Award winner just a week ago. And we had a chance to go in and surprise her and her first grade class. It's a little bit like that Publishers Clearinghouse where people walk in and just surprise the heck out of a teacher. And Lori was shocked, and the 4 students that you see in the front row each wrote the nicest letter about their teacher and why she was deserving of the Silver Apple Award. So Lori's also retiring this year and plans to come right back and sub at Lincoln Center in the fall. So won't miss a beat. We have a number of highlights from the end of the school year, some great shots from commencement,
That's great.
our CLC commencement, all the fun 5Ks. Fortunately, we were doing it in the morning before that hot heat in the afternoon last week and the week before. We had 5th grade parade at Kaposia, the required kind of water balloon toss, and fun things like that, and outdoor root beer floats. So just a lot of real positive things. We know it was the most challenging year, so it was just so nice to end on a fun, positive celebration note. We have a couple of important summer programming dates. We know June 21st, the summer programs begin. June 22nd, the first summer meal pickup box happens. And I want to put this slide in too. As a part of our federal funding, it's required for us to make sure that families can give comment on the Safe Learning Plan. We've had the Safe Learning Plan on our website for a year, but they ask us federally to make sure that we are publicly notifying the community that if they want to make comment on it, and I got comments, and I saved the comments, fortunately, all year from parents that gave comments about our plan. But we now have a new summer plan that we are shifting into, where we're going to make masks not required, but recommended. So families and young kids can still wear a mask, but they're not required to do so coming into summer programming. So some of those shifts are in the summer plan. We're going to accept feedback on that plan. You'll see our website go live with this toward the end of the week. And our website again is www.sspps.org. Okay. All the meeting materials are in this tree if you want to find any detail, and we'll go back to you.
Thank you, Dr. Webb. Loved the pictures, especially of the year-end celebrations. Everyone's so happy. It was a heck of a year, but a nice way to wrap it up with all those fun activities, and of course the always wonderful sending our seniors off and bidding them good luck in whatever they're going into next. So it was really fun to see the pictures. Next on the agenda is the consent items made up of the financial claims and the staffing. Do I have a motion for the approval of the consent agenda?
So moved.
Thank you. And a second.
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion? If not, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay? Then that motion passes and the consent agenda is approved. We've got a couple things in the policy. As Dr. Webb mentioned, we are bringing forth the face covering policy,
Rescinding it. right?
rescinding it, changing it from requiring the face masks to recommending them. So that's the first item in the policy section here. Do I have a motion for that approval?
So moved.
And a second?
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion? Okay, all in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed, nay?
Nay. No. Sorry, I was just excited.
We'll rescind that nay as well, so.
And Chair Walker, it looks like I need to call roll on that
I'm sorry.
specific policy.
I'm
So-
sorry, so will you please call the roll?
Yeah, absolutely. Inspector Weber? Yea or nay?
Yes.
Inspector Laliberte?
Yes.
Inspector Aaron?
Yes.
Inspector Felton?
Yes.
Inspector Diaz?
Yes.
Inspector Roche is absent. Inspector Walker?
Yes,
6 yeas.
very good. We have really approved that now. Every way we can think of. And then the other item under policy is the 32 policies that, this is their third meeting on the agenda. So they were up for review on the first two meetings, and tonight we actually are going to approve them. So, again, 32 policies, they're out on the website if you care to see what they are. But right now, I'm just looking for a motion to approve the 32 policies.
So moved.
Thank you. In a second?
Second.
Any discussion? If not, all in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed, nay? And the motion passes and the 32 policies are now approved. Then we move into the business items. The first is for the South St. Paul School Board to approve the 2021-2022 Independent Employment Agreement. Do I have a motion for that approval?
So moved.
Thank you. And a second.
Second.
Any discussion? I will just say that this is an annual thing that we pass just to, it's the independent employees, their employment agreements, and each year we're required to just get board approval on them. So it's a fairly routine item that comes up every year, so nothing new as far as that goes. So any other discussion that anyone would like to bring up? Okay, all in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed, nay? Then that motion passes, and the independent appointment agreements are approved. The next item is similar. It's the 2021-22 miscellaneous wages. These are the wages that we are recommending for, they gave an example of the people that work at the games and the activities. You know, just things that aren't full-time positions within the school, but need to have a wage set for them. So that's what we're approving here. Again, it's an annual thing that we do, and fairly routine. Do I have a motion for their approval?
So moved.
Thank you. And a second.
Second.
Any other discussion? Okay, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay? Then that motion passes, and the miscellaneous wages for next year are approved. Thank you. Next is for the South St. Paul School Board to approve the Education Identity and Access Management Board Resolution. And do I have a motion for that approval?
So moved.
Thank you. And a second?
Second.
Thank you. And discussion, I think Dr. Webb will say a few words on what the heck this is.
Yeah, and I have the resolution as well. So
I'm
this
sorry.
education identity system really is just that. It It grants state access to our school district to give things like testing, security, and access to specific members and leaders in the school district. So tonight, you grant me access to give other people that need it in the district their access. So it's, I'm the proxy for everyone that needs that type of high-level access to state systems. Okay? And I also have the resolution.
Have the resolution, yes, that was my error to skip that.
You ready for that?
Yes.
So it says the Minnesota Department of Education, MDE, Professional Educator Licensing Standards Board, PELSB, and the Office of Higher Education, OHE, require annual designation of an identified official with authority, the Iowa, for each local education agency that uses the Education Identity Access Management System. So the Iowa is responsible for authorizing, reviewing, and recertifying users and their access at their local educational agency level.
Very good.
We'll go back to you.
Thank you. That was my error to not start this this with the resolution, so I'll need to have someone move for the approval of that resolution again.
So moved.
Thank you. And another second?
Second.
All right, thank you. Now, any other discussion? If not, Dr. Webb, will you please call the roll?
I sure will. Inspector Weber,
Yes.
Inspector Laliberte,
Yes.
Inspector Aaron,
Yes.
Inspector Felton,
Yes.
Inspector Diaz,
Yes.
Inspector Walker.
Yes.
That's 6 yeas.
Thank you. That resolution is approved. Next is another resolution approving the Intermediate School District 917's long-term facility maintenance program budget and authorizing the inclusion of a proportionate share of those projects in the district's application for the long-term facility maintenance revenue. And it is a resolution. I'll ask Dr. Webb to read that.
Yes, I have the resolution approving Intermediate School District number 917's long-term facility maintenance program budget and authorizing the inclusion of a proportionate share of those projects in the district's application for long-term facility maintenance revenue.
Thank you. Do I have a motion to approve that resolution?
So moved.
Thank you. And a second?
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion? All right, Dr. Webb, will you please call the roll?
Inspector Laliberte,
Yes.
Inspector Aaron,
Yes.
Inspector Felton,
Yes.
Inspector Diaz,
Yes.
Inspector Weber,
Yes.
Inspector Walker,
Yes.
6 yeas.
Thank you. The motion passes. The last business item is for the South St. Paul School Board to approve our own long-term facilities maintenance 10-year plan for Special School District 6. Do I have a motion for that approval?
So moved.
All right, thank you. And a second?
Second.
Very good, thank you very much. Any discussion? All right, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay? And that motion passes as well. Lastly, we'll go to the informational items where the board members can share whatever's on their mind, and we'll start off to my left with Wendy.
I'd like to start off with just reminding the citizens of South St. Paul that the end of next week is Kaposia Days. Looking forward to Kaposia Days. And as always, your Board of Education will be on their little float. So we look forward to seeing our students, our community members, and everyone in the Kaposia Days Parade, which is Friday, June 25th, starting at 6:30. It starts up on 12th Avenue, down to Southview, and then going down 7th Avenue. So we look forward to seeing everyone next Friday night. And also with Kaposia Days, want to put out a huge congratulations and thank you to a 4th grader from Lincoln Center Elementary who won the Kaposia Days button contest. So everyone who purchases a button for $3 at various local businesses take a look at the button and know that one of our students from Lincoln Center, 4th grader, Kiara Leahy, congratulations to her for winning that contest and submitting her entry. And I want to put out, of course, a personal congratulations to all of our students from the secondary building and our community learning center for their graduation. It was a wonderful performance. We thank everyone for being there. And also, I want to extend my personal congratulations to members of Intermediate School District 917 that I am the representative to for their graduations. They have several graduations that they hold throughout Dakota County, get to attend several of them, so thank you to those students also. And I just want to wish everyone a safe summer. Stay cool if necessary, warm if necessary, depending on how the weather goes. So just have a safe summer. Looking forward to seeing everyone back in the fall. Thank you.
Thank you, Wendy. Nikki?
Just one thing I would, and I'm hoping it's okay that I speak for the whole board, in that I would just like to express our condolences to Terry Britoy, principal at Kaposia Education Center, on the death of his mother. Very, very sad to hear about it, and a loss of a lovely woman. And so our sympathy and thoughts go out to the Britoy family as well as the Petrozewski family.
Thank you, Nikki. Bill?
I've got nothing tonight, Chris.
Okay, thank you. Monica?
Well, first of all, I just wanted to say congratulations once again to all of the graduates from this last week. It was just so exciting seeing them, you know, in both ceremonies that we went to, and just to them know that life is long and your path may change at various points in your life, and that's okay. But just know that obviously we are supporting you in whatever adventures you choose to go on. Another just great thank you to all of the staff who helped get all the students to graduation through all the different changes that went on this year. We know that it was not an easy school year, and we really do appreciate all the extra efforts that you put in. And then a special shout out in that subgroup to all the health staff who ran all the testing and helped people line up vaccinations and helped with quarantine and questions and all that, because that was a whole nother super duty that they had to take care of. And so just a great thank you to them. All the emails that I got saying these are the reports and this is what's going on, and I knew that people had it settled, that it was in good hands in our school district. Another great thing is that auditions for the summer South St. Paul Community Theater are happening today and tomorrow for Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoats. Performances will be at the end of July at the South St. Paul Theater. I'm auditioning tomorrow, so you can come and see me on stage in a different role, so that's going to be exciting. And then at the end of the week, just a good Juneteenth to everyone to celebrate, because history belongs to everyone, and just wanted to reach out to whatever celebrations people participate in this weekend.
Thank you, Monica. And Linda?
Great. I'll just piggyback on what folks have said. Congratulations to all the graduates, the kindergarten graduates, the 5th grade graduates, middle school graduates, who are now going to be high schoolers, and then, of course, all of the graduates in the high school. Good luck.
Thank you, Linda. We have no supplemental agenda tonight, so I'm looking for a motion to adjourn.
Chris, before we do that, I did forget one thing.
Bill?
Congratulations to Suni Lee, who made the Olympic team as the
Yes.
number 2 overall, all around, one of our students, and
Graduate.
well, she's a graduate now, yeah.
Yes.
But that's quite an accomplishment, and congratulations.
I'm glad you
Yeah, I'm
brought that
glad you
up.
brought that up.
Yeah, thank you, Bill.
It did. She just graduated last week, so congratulations to her. Thanks, Bill. Now we'll look for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Thank you. And second?
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay? Then the motion passes, and we are adjourned.